Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and guess what? You're watching Funny Old Guys. Woo! Holy moly. This is the Comedy Thief. Before we begin, our program today is sponsored by Bubba's Genuine Georgia Moonshine. If you want to place an order today, you simply go to www.gethammered.com. This is the Comedy Thief saying hello to homeless Charlie. How the heck are you there, bud?
Hey, good.
Well, you're looking good for an old fart, by golly. And below me is Dr. Fatpacker, who usually is beside me, but now he's beside himself. Hello, say hello.
Well, I got here a little late today. That's why. So Charlie took my spot. So that's fine. No, hello everybody. So nice to have you with us today.
Well, you're looking very crisp this morning.
Oh, there we are.
By the way, folks, we usually do our videos at nighttime, but now we're doing them in the morning. So if the jokes fall flat, it's because we're all still asleep. Anyway, we tell jokes, you laugh hysterically, and so we're going to start with jokes right away. Go for it there, homeless.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I was in school, my teacher told me not to worry about spelling because in the future there will be autocorrect. Boy, for that I am eternally grateful.
I love that one. That's a good one. Dr. Fatpacker.
Well, this kangaroo mom with 7 babies in her pouch, she told another kangaroo mom, says, you know, these sleepovers are killing me.
Da 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 pa 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 pa. A bar. No, wait a minute, not a bar. A bear walks into a bar.
Oh.
He sits down next to this middle-aged gal, proceeds to maul her to death, rips her apart, and gobbles down every single morsel. Then turns to the bartender and orders a beer, and the bartender says, look, we don't serve anybody who uses drugs in this place. And the bear says, drugs? I don't use drugs. And the bartender said, wait a minute, wasn't that a bar bitch you ate? Wasn't that a bar bitch you ate? Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Oh, God. Well, the wife says to her husband, well, now that we're married, you can get rid of your motorcycle. And the husband says, you're starting to sound like my ex-wife. And then she says, I didn't know you were married before. He says, I wasn't.
That was a warning there, by golly. Dr. Fatpacker, your turn.
Oh, no, you know, I've been trying to break up with my optometrist. You know, it's really hard. Every time I tell her I can't see her anymore, she moves an inch closer and says, how about now?
That's troubling. And
Yeah.
Well, anyway, here's the warning for today, guys.
Oh, right.
Do not ever challenge death to a pillow fight.
Why not?
Why not?
Unless you're ready for the repercussions. Oh, that's terrible, I know.
That's
Okay.
almost funny. You're getting closer.
Well, thank you. Almost Charlie, it's your turn.
Well, you know, the most terrifying moment in life is when the toilet doesn't flush at someone else's house.
That is terrifying.
Oh, that's terrible.
Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, I got a new car the other day, and I'm looking at all the new instruments and the buttons.
Yep.
They have a button on there that says rear wiper. I'm afraid to push it.
Well, exactly. Well, this is an old one, but I'm going to tell it again. You know, here's my expression. You ready?
Yeah. Oh.
And the caption is, the moment you flush the toilet and it refuses to flush.
Oh, man, I think I heard of someone like that. Yeah.
I used it a few weeks ago. It just tied in with Homeless Charlie. Speaking of Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, my girlfriend the other day asked me why I spoke so softly in her apartment.
Ooh.
And I was afraid that Mark Zuckerberg was listening. Well, she laughed, I laughed, Alexa laughed, Siri laughed.
Listening, if it's a problem.
Oh, my goodness.
Doc.
Hey, I was in Walmart parking lot the other day. I was watching this woman who obviously forgot where she parked her car. Every time she holds her remote up, I honk my horn.
Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful. I once had a rooster.
Oh, good.
We're not going to use the other punchline. I once had a rooster who could count to 100. You know what I called him?
No, pray tell.
A Mathema chicken. That's what I called him. How bad is that one, folks?
Oh, it could have been worse.
Almost Charlie.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wonder why everyone at the gym is always asking me why I'm sitting still on the exercise bike. I said, hey, I'm going downhill, dude. Mind your own damn business.
That's exactly right.
There you are.
Go ahead there, doctor.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I was walking by the fire hall the other day when I saw this firefighter standing outside, and this little boy would come up to him, and he had this little red wagon and with tiny ladders hung on it, and a garden hose tightly coiled in the mid. The boy was wearing a fireman's helmet and has a wagon that's tied to a dog and a cat. The firefighter walked over and he says, wow, that sure is a nice fire truck. And the little boy goes, thanks. He goes, the fireman notices that the boy tied the wagon to the dog's collar and to the cat's testicles. And he goes, little partner, I don't want to tell you how to run your fire truck, but if you were to tie that rope around the cat's collar, I think you could go faster. And the little boy says, well, you're probably right, but then I wouldn't have a siren.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, what do you call a priest who changes occupations and becomes an attorney?
Oh, pray tell.
And the answer is a father-in-law. Get it, folks?
Father-in-law.
You don't even want it, do you, folks?
Put a collar on that one.
Almost Charlie, your turn.
The other day, my girlfriend was going through her wardrobe and she said to me, hey, look at this. It still fits me after all these years. I said, it's a scarf.
Oh, that was good. I like that one. Doctor, your turn.
On the first day of training for parachute jumping, one of the people goes listening to the instructor, and he was telling them how to start preparing for landing when they're at 300 feet. So this person says, well, how am I supposed to know when I'm at 300 feet? And the instructor goes, well, that's a good question. When you get to 300 feet, you'll be able to recognize the faces of people on the ground. Well, after thinking about it for a second, they finally asked, what happens if there's no one there that I know? How do I recognize people if I don't know who they are? I'm going to stop saying these long ones. You just don't get it.
Well, see, part of my problem is, Doctor.
Yeah, you were the guy in the parachute.
No, what I'm doing, you see, I'm looking at my notes for my next joke, and I'm not listening to the joke being told, and shame on me.
All right, well, let's try this one. What kind of an umbrella does a dead girl carry?
I don't know.
A parasol.
A parasol, get it?
That better?
Okay, folks, every once in a while, we're allowed to say a swear word, not a real bad one. So my joke has a swear word in it, okay?
Oh, no. Okay.
Now, here we go. This eagle is flying high up in the sky, majestic. He looks down, he sees some movement on the ground, and he swoops down at 60 miles an hour, right to the ground. He snaps up this little field mouse, swallows it, and goes right back up to 300 feet high. Now the mouse is inside the eagle, and he's alive, and it's pitch black inside the eagle. So the mouse is trying to get his way out, and he sees this little speck of light, and he wiggles his head right out through the eagle's ass.
That's the bird, right?
No, but
Oh, no.
he looks down and he goes, and he's scared out of his wits at how high it is. And he leans back and he says, Mr. Eagle, Mr. Eagle, how high are we? And the eagle says, well, I guess we're up about 350 feet. And the little mouse says, you wouldn't shit me, would you? Where are we? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Homeless Charlie, last one.
Well,
Oh my God.
people say lately, go big or go home,
Oh.
as if going home was a bad thing. Hell, I'm gonna go home, and I'm going to take a nap when I get there.
That's a beautiful place to be. Well, anyway, we're done with the jokes, but before we go, Dr. Fatpacker, we have a point of conversation just between the three of us. Go for it.
All right. I heard this was a little game that the kids were playing the one day, and they were asking, would you rather questions? They were saying, would you rather die by asphyxiation or get hung? I said, ours isn't that bad. I made up some more of our own. What would you rather have? One real get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door? Which one of those would you want and why?
Well, there's a song, Would You Rather Swing on a Star or Carry Beams Home in a Jar, which has nothing to do with our conversation. So I think I would take the key.
Oh, and by that?
Well, because my next door neighbor who just moved in is a 3-year-old blonde bombshell, and I would sneak in there at night and say hello.
Oh, how about you, Homeless Charlie? Which would you rather have?
I want the get out of jail free key, simply because after this election, if it doesn't go well, I may have to do something.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
And how about you?
That's not a good teasing, I would like the key that opens any door because I don't ever really do anything bad enough to go to jail. So that would be useless to me. But that key, I'm telling you, there's a lot of places I'd like to get into.
So to speak.
So to speak, yes.
So, folks, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. Thank you very much for being with us. But yes.
I'd like to invite somebody this week.
Oh, to be in our very next video. I forgot. Who should we invite?
I'd like to invite Anne Margaret. She was in Bye Bye Birdie.
She was in Bye. Okay, so we're going to invite Anne Margaret. You're going to be on our very next video. So you have to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Anne Margaret, she's like 81 years old. Anne Margaret, if you don't check in 24 hours, guess what there, baby? You're going in the trash bin. So
don't
this
do
is
it.
the Comedy Thief saying farewell and goodbye. Passing along, Homeless Charlie, say goodbye. Wait a minute. What are you going to say? Oh, say goodbye and farewell to our famous, fabulous flock of video watchers.
Farewell to our famous, fabulous video watchers.
That was really good. That was a long one. Dr. Fatpacker, say goodbye to our folks.
Unfortunately, he got the flock out of there.
Oh! Beautiful.
Well, auf Wiedersehen, everybody. So nice of you to visit with us. I hope you did laugh at least a couple of things, Oh, before you go, I don't want you to forget to subscribe. It's real easy to do. You just push that button down at the bottom. Oh, and if you want to, that button. If you want to let other people know about Funny Old Guys, send us an email at funnyoldguys@gmail.com and we'll send you one of these fancy dancy Funny Old Guy business cards, and it has a YouTube address on that, and it would be so nice. Thank you very much.
And that's it. So this is all of us saying goodbye and farewell. Everybody wave. We're out of here. We'll see you down the road.